Hello, welcome to my PawfectPastimes channel. My name's Amanda, my friends call me Amo. I live in Dorset in the south of England with my husband and my 3 dogs, who are all outside sunbathing. The dogs are, not John. I only have one finish this time, I think. Well, one significant finish, and he's sitting here. This is Neville. It's another one of the imagined landscapes from Sarah Shearer patterns, and he is quite a big chappy when you compare him to the size of the others. He's a good couple of inches taller. They're made out of 4-ply sock yarn, and this is made out of a worsted weight yarn. I did find it quite hard going on the needles. I used DPNs to make them, but I used a size further down because you want it fairly dense so that you don't let the stuffing and filling out. He's got a weighted bottom, so he sits. I make like little tea bags with some gravel in to use the weighted. I got dried beans and everything, but I just happened to have some clean gravel around. So that's what he has in his bottom there. The yarn I used was Peyton's Wool Blend Aran. There's the label. Shade 00012. As you can see, it's quite a nice marley brown grey. It's a lovely yarn. It's quite woolly though, but I'm not going to wear it. He's going to wear it. So as I'd finished him, I started another one. I have a little basket with some 4-plies that I've chosen for making gnomes with. And this time I am making, what's this one called? This is Nelly. There's Nelly, a beardless gnome. Doesn't matter if they're girls or boys when they have beards when you're a gnome. And I have chosen Drops Fable, and that's colour 300. Drops Flora, colour 25. And a Drops Alpaca, 7238. And so far, I have Nelly's tricorn hat and started the body last night. Without anything in it, it's quite difficult to show you really. That will be the front, and that's the hat. I've got tassels to put on the end, but I'll do them at the end. They're very clever little fellas, the way these patterns are written, and I'm quite enjoying the little projects. They're all tucked away in my mood bag because we've got several types of DPNs. They're quite safe in here, and it's fairly dog proof. I wouldn't like the dogs to accidentally sit on that lot, or me to be there, I'm honest. So they all stay safely tucked away in that. I'll put the links down below as always. So that's a gnome finish and a gnome start. I Haven't done much on my land wrap blanket, but it has me my evening pickup. I've just done a little bit more on the Jack in the Pulpit section that I showed you last time. It's been too nice and busy in the garden. I've also been doing some bits around the house, some painting and repairing and sorting out for the summer. So that hasn't got much further on, and that's by Louis. I've got Louis Boria, Brooklyn Boy Knits. I spoke about it in my last podcast, so I haven't done much on that one. My socks. I've been doing a bit of the driving lately, but we had, not last weekend, the weekend before, oh, I can't remember now. We had our Meet the Breed Day for the rescue up in Shropshire, and I went up to the event with one of the other trustees, and I could do my knitting. And then John came and collected me on the Sunday after the event, and I could do knitting again, so it was lovely. I just took the tube sock. That is where I will divide. It's about 12 inches. I will cut it there, put on a toe, and split for a heel. And I will do the same this side when it's the same length as this. It's just around and around and around. Don't have to worry about anything with that one. And my foot. I'm not actually sure what yarn this is. I think it's one I over dyed. I spoke about it before, and I haven't got a label in it at the moment. It's probably just a random one I found. I've been doing a lot of stash diving, so that was good. And I found a mini for doing the socks and toes with. I think they'll go together rather nicely. So I'm not that far off getting that one out of the bag, to be honest. Again, I'll pop that all away. I made a needle cozy out of this fabric, and I really don't like it. It's a bit too, it doesn't hold a crease, so it's a bit fluffy. So I will be doing away with that one and making another one at some point. So that's my easy knot sock knit. And this one, this is in a So Raimi bag. She had a little, she does mystery boxes. And I decided to have a little mystery box because it's got Snoopy on. And you just got to have Snoopy, especially when you're a dog owner. Which came with a little pin badge there. Nice size. There's a logo inside. You probably all follow her anyway. Now this in here, I have started the Roots Run Deep by Kay Litton. I normally do, I'm quite relatively new to socks really, and I quite like just a vanilla sock. I haven't done much in the way of patterns. I just fancied this pattern. It's got a nice cable down the front. You can see it on that one there. And I do love cables. The yarn I'm using with this is Socks Yeah by Coop Knits. Eyes on again. Colour 109 Lulite. It is the usual 75 superwash merino 25 nylon. recommended 2.25s. That's the colour, sort of a what I call an Air Force blue, and it's got several other colours sort of hinting in it. It's a lovely moving colour. It's not a flat colour. What needles have I got in there? These are 2.25s. Little welt has been done. It's an irregular twisted rib because it goes into the pattern. It follows quite neatly. These are my little carbons. They are lovely. I really like these. You get the flex of a wood. It isn't wood, it isn't, it's carbon, but you get the sharp point of a metal too. They're very nice on the gnomes because they're quite strong. I always fear that I'm going to break one of my normal 4x DPNs because they're quite little tiny toothpicks, and I worry they break, but they don't when you've got the carbons. So I've just started those. I like a 60. Oh, it's the red arrows just going over. How wonderful. Hi guys. I do hope you can hear them. If you're not English or British, you won't. They are our national aero RAF display team. Now where was I? Yeah, I usually do a 60 stitch cast on 2.5 needle, but these are 2.25s. I like quite a bit of negative ease on my foot, and I'll see how it goes as I go down, using a quarter size smaller than usual. So that's socks. And I said last time I'd finished the crochet, and I was a bit I didn't have anything crochet on the hook, so I went up and had a stash dive under my granddaughter's bed. Surprising what you can find under there, and I found a kit to refill my crochet basket. And this is a kit I had under there. The Sheppies Colour Crafter DK, which is all acrylic, which I don't mind for blankets because they can get washed and washed and washed then. Soulful Sierra blanket. And it's a random striped chevron. And I just got my hook all tangled up. There we go. And those are the colours came in the kit. And you just randomly take one of the colours out and do the next row. It's only 3 chevrons, but it's quite a wide one. Perhaps if I show it that way, the chevrons will hang, you see. And that's quite an easy crochet to be getting on with in the evenings. Colour Craft is a very lovely soft yarn, and I expect it might be, if it doesn't go in my gifting box, it might be nabbled by one of the grandchildren anyway. So it's probably a good idea that it's such a lovely soft easy care yarn. So I have got a crochet project, thankfully, on the go now. I find them a bit more relaxing to get on with in the evening. So I've got all my things down here on the floor. I'm trying to figure out what I've got next. Now, speaking of crochet projects, the Yuppies will be launching their Dawn Chorus blanket. This is the kit. It comes with a Mega Whirl, which is a 666 gram cake, 60% cotton and 40% acrylic, 3 postcards and a tote bag. And it makes this blanket in a knit or a crochet. And I will be doing the crochet. I'm not a fan of knit blankets, they take forever. And there's the box. Inside, get a project bag, which is lovely. And this is the Mega Whirl. On here, there is, as I said, 666 grams, which is 2,998 meters. Oh, that would annoy me. Why couldn't they round that up to 3,000 meters? Anyway, it's 2,998 meters. It knits to 25 stitches on a 3.5 or a 4mm fingering weight. Yuppies Mega Whirl Special Edition, colour 400. And it's going to be one a bit like my domino blanket, which is done out of a colour changing yarn. I can't remember the name, but you do the same squares over and over again, and as the colours change they look different. So there's the colours in that yarn ball. And I've lost the big picture of it now, bigger picture of it. I think that's about the only ones. So I think the patterns release start next month, end of this month and into next month. I think there's 3 release of patterns, part of the pattern. So that will be another nice crochet project to have on the go. I'm sure it will be a very popular one, because that is a lovely whirl, a Mega Whirl. So I'll put that somewhere safe to start next month. And what else have I got? Oh, in the summer tea craze upstairs, I've got several bags, I think, with yarn for ranunculus, which I haven't started. Possible another love note, but I've done one and I'm not overly keen on doing 2, but I might do another love note. But I found a printout of a summer tea called Exiler. Now, it's not a very good picture because it's a pink and an orange and they never show too well, but on the blue you can just see the yolk, and it's the Xyla. And I bought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'd bought 7 Malabrigio Silk Merino skeins, and this is the colour Pedras. Isn't that beautiful? I think that is gorgeous. Anyway, that's the thing. That's what it is, and the colour. And just in case, hand wash, 4 questions, right? Made in Peru, DK, 150 yards, 50 grams, 22 stitches for 4 inches on a 3.5 to 4 millimeter, 51% silk, 49% merino, and my goodness, it's beautiful. I can't wait to make something with that. But my cup runneth over with tasks at the moment, so I will leave that to one side for now. But it is in the wings waiting. Would be nice to do it for summer. Now summer's starting to actually hopefully show. Got beautiful weather today, quite lots of clouds, but blue sky, a little windy. Yeah, I'm going to go out and do my oiling of my furniture in a minute. I think that's all I got done. Knitty and crochet, yarny. I finished the little stag stitch wise as a mini, backed in with some felt. So I think he'll go in my autumn box for minis. That was a nice one to do. And the only other stitching I did this month is for a ovarian cancer quilt that is run by Kate Ciccone of Tales from Cicconia, who's an Australian on the east coast of Australia. And every year she makes a cancer quilt, and she does it by asking for blocks to be sent in. We all send in blocks that are 12.5 inches, and we have quite a strictish brief, but we can do what we like. But it's like if you ask a room full of people to draw 3 blue circles, you will see so many variations on blue circles. It's unbelievable. This one is called Teal Waters Run Deep, and it's on a theme of deep water. We have to use teals and blue this time. I've done it a couple of times, this one. This is one of my blocks. Some fishes. And this is another block with applique fishes from a fabric I found in my stash. And quite a few of these fabrics, and the one with the fishes on that I cut out and appliqued on actually came from Australia on one of our visits there. So now they're going back to Australia, which is quite fun. I sat in the garden and appliqued those on yesterday. I have, using my lovely little hussif roll with cottons, scissors, a needle book, and a pocket full of things in there. I hand stitch all of these. I think there's a couple left in my Ko-fi shop if anybody wanted one. Any money I make from sales of things I sell, or any money if ever I get monetized on YouTube, will be going to charities. Probably a doggy charity like our rescue. It's not my rescue, it's my friend's rescue. She ran, it's GSP Rescue UK. Also, St Mungo's is a relatively specific charity that deals with homelessness for people, helps homeless people with dogs, because so many have to give up their dogs and sometimes they're their only lifeline. And maybe a couple of other animal charities. Anyway, I think that's about everything this month, this time. Quite a short one. I did a quickie on my houseplants yesterday. That's just the ones in the dining room. As you can see, I've got quite a few in here, and there's some upstairs. Our bathroom's got quite a few. I do like the houseplants. It's very busy outside in the garden at the moment. I'm going to put together another catch-up on outside. I took a quick video yesterday. You may see my lovely little pixie Hannah outside. She comes once a week and helps. She's got a war on nettles, which I'm very grateful for. Other than that, I'll just check the notes, sorry. Yeah, it's just busy outside doing things, as most of you are, I'm sure. Wishing the sun would come a bit more often, and then when it's here and it's too hot, we wish it would go away again. So I think I will now tidy up the mess I've made and say thank you all again for being here. I'm so grateful. I have seen on a couple of channels that they've had a drop in subscriptions. Now my subscriptions went up to 712 and the next morning it was down to 694, and it did that overnight. So I'm wondering that they reckon, these other channels, that I keep calling it Facebook, sorry, YouTube has a clear out now and then, or just has a glitch. So if you think you're subscribed, could you please check that you are subscribed and you've hit the button down here, and maybe the bell of notifications if you want to find out more of what's happening in my little life. I'll be very grateful if you do. The more views it gets and more out there, it's heartwarming to have you all with me. Thank you all again, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.